Ndị be anyị ekenere m unu. Asị m ka nke onye chiri ya zelu. Asị m unu ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma, site n'ebe isi wee na-esore anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na Eastern News 24. Anyị si na ọ ya dịrị onye ọbụla na mma kada bụ ndị na-esore anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ n'ihe anyị na-ebe dị iche iche. N'ụbọchị nke taa anyị si na ọ ya dịrị anyị Igbo na mma na anyị yarị ka echi na echi ede agwụ agwụ. Ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ ife wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ morning tea n'ilu akwụkwọ. Ihe a bụ gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe na-eme na obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ nwetara unu ka unu ga ya bụ ife, unu ga-esi ya bụ ife na tinye alụ nke unu ife unu chere gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile o kwugasị n'ilu akwụkwọ dị iche iche n'ụbọchị nke taa na morning tea. Dịka ị na-ege ya bụ ife, dropkwara your own comment n'ilu akwụkwọ, ọ dịkwa nnukwu mkpa. All right, over to you, sir.
So, and when this kind of issue occurs, it is not in my hand to change the clock or turn things around. Many people who may not succeed may take offense, but that is exactly how the job is. So I was not actually expecting anybody to come and show appreciation or to, I believe many of them may be listening to me today on this space and where they are. And it is not Finland, it is Poland, not Finland. So the working visa was Poland. And so those who succeeded, and then many people do not like the work. They went there and they didn't like the work. There was one that, really, really, pained me personally because, and I know he's listening because he was following the BIAFRA struggle then. I don't know about now. And the person left his bag and the father picked him up to Sweden. That's where, he ran to Sweden. And with this kind of attitude, the company will never, ever accept anybody from that our side because the people came to work and with the visa and everything, and then you say he's sick. And then the brother came from Sweden to pick the person, and that's how the person disappeared. And went to probably go there to seek asylum. So the thing is that with this kind of attitude, you block other people's opportunities to come. That's why many people did not even get, interview at the embassy. And those who get interview, they have one problem or the other because the same people who give this job are also reporting when other people came and they disappeared. So somebody picked them to go to a place they feel they're going to have a better opportunity or something like that. So these are the things that affect other people, in that particular field. So yes, other people got, other people didn't get, and I'm happy you are one of those who didn't get and you are here today. Okay, so it is one of those things. I was not expecting people to pay appreciation. I am doing this as a humanitarian job. I have done humanitarian work almost all my life, including when I was back in Africa. I help people to aspire to whatever they want to be. I help people from when I was doing sports. It was just part of me. I am happy to see people being happy. So once I can be able to make you happy, it gives me energy. So this is just who I am. And I think more of others than myself. I am kind of person that will use whatever I have to make you happy, even when I'm suffering. And that's how I was trained, and that I have not changed it today. And that's why you see that I put in my life on the Biafra, even when there is a health risk and all that. I don't care, so long as I see there is a result coming from what is happening. I remember when I was doing broadcast every now and every night. Nobody, I'm not sleeping. People get worried. People got worried. Everybody's calling me that time. Please, we don't want you to break down. We don't want you to do this. I was making broadcasts every hour, 3 times a day. Even the IPOB Nigerians, they were all surprised. How can this guy be making broadcasts 3 times a day? Oh, he is coming every day. He has come in the morning, has come in the day. We're monitoring and monitoring. So nobody has that kind of energy. But because I see that what I was doing was yielding results. And today, I'm not making broadcast, right? I'm not coming every day to make broadcast. The job has been done, and the movement is moving like a train. That is who I am. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much, my PM. Please,
Thank
if
you.
I have opportunity, I have two more. Thank you.
If there is chance, you will. Let's give the microphone to Biafra Unite, and then Betty, if the Prime Minister is still here, we will see continue. Biafra Unite, please grab the mic.
Thank you, my comrade, Pastor Van Van Vam. Your Excellency, Prime Minister of the BIAEXIT, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko, I greet you with a loud voice. Thank you for your great work you are doing. I have two recommendations, but that will come at the end of my questions. So the first question is, for the past few days, after the Biafra Liberation Army released the Yoruba soldier serving the zoo who came to attack and slaughter our people, but was intercepted. Then Sunday Iboho sent you a direct message through voice note, which was aired publicly and went viral. So since then, the Afon Jazz, it seems like the internet has remained quiet. I only saw one person attacked you. I think that was early today. But since then, all the Afon Jazz have remained mute. So, because of the shock of a man that they once supported as their leader before the fraudulent emergence of Tinubu as the zoo president, now addressed you as my prime minister. So, my question out of this is, although I am aware that we have not been fighting, we have never fought any tribal war in this Biafra, liberation movement. But some people mistook us. They took us for granted. They even saw us as if we are fighting against them, and they began to fight against us when we are not fighting against them. So, do you think that this is an opportunity to rekindle the already deteriorated, relationship between the Biafran people and the Yoruba people? That's my first question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Biafra people and Yoruba people. I don't know whether I will use whether the right word is Yoruba people, but we don't have any problem with those Yorubas that are fighting for Yoruba nation. But we cannot shy away from the Afonjas. We have problem with Afonja, and Afonja is defined as somebody, a Yoruba person who is betraying the Yoruba struggle or the Duduwa nation struggle. These are regarded as Afonja. Just like we have our Ifejina in the Biafra struggle. So with these Afonjas, we can never like them. Just like we never like Ifa Ifejina. So it is the same thing. But of course, the ones that are fighting for Duduwa nation remain our allies and our friends. Those are the people we like, and we can never address them as Afonja. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, the second question takes me to the Zoo Janjaweed. Based on their publication a couple of days and hours ago, they said, the Nigeria army has taken serious note of a disturbing video circulating online, posted by the self-acclaimed Prime Minister. This is now the Zoo Janjaweed, not the Zoo media. They say self-acclaimed Prime Minister of IPOB, although they now deviated and use of IPOB to continue deceiving themselves. And then they mentioned your name, Simon Ekpa. And then it did not end there. They continued. They said, in the appalling footage, an ex-soldier, Corporal Toriola Adewale, who honorably retired from the Nigerian army 6 years ago, all na lie, we all know that. And then they said was subjected to brutal torture by the so-called IPOB/Biafra Liberation Army. Now, to me, I call it the dagger and the straw that breaks the camel's back. Despite them adding IPOB there, usually or normally they should have said IPOB/ESN. That is how they usually write it. But this time around, they came to reality. They came back to life and said Biafra Liberation Army. So by using the real name of our army, should we now see this move, this latest move by the Zujan Jawid, as the beginning of their total downfall and neutralization in Biafra land and the complete victory of Biafra Liberation Army against them?
Of course, and you remember that I said any day they begin to acknowledge Biafra Liberation Army, that will be the beginning of the end. And let me tell you today, generals has fallen in Biafra land. I mean, Nigeria terrorist generals. Why have they not talked about it? I'm talking about many generals, many major, many colonels has fallen in this war that is going on. Now, why are they not talking about it? It is somebody who we decided to give as a gift to our Yoruba nation people. They didn't know how many people that fall that the same day that person was captured by the Biafra Liberation Army. They will not announce it. And the reason we decided to do that has actually begun to yield the desired result. So I will not talk too much. Adewale is united with his family. It's fine, So and the confirmation has come from the family as well. I have communicated with the Yoruba nation, and they have received him, and it's fine. So that's enough. We don't need to start flogging that. But our focus remains on the Nigerian terrorists. Continue to deal with them, delegitimize them in Biafra land until they are no more. We will fight them until even if one person is remaining from their side, we will still fight that one person. That's where we are. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Now my last question. Excuse me. The Semzu army was calling the international community to help them kidnap you and rendition you to the Zoological Republic. And you made a tweet which says that, to clarify the issue, that it wasn't because of the video that pushed them to make the statement and start calling the international community to come and rescue them. That it was because of the meetings, this series of high-level meetings that BIAEXIT is having with our lobbyists in America, that they are
ụmụnne m bifo ya gaa n'elu igosi na ya bụ ihe ndị ọzọ fọ n'iru akwụkwọ biko ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izi gị na-esonyere anyị ka barụ ka imetụ aka na subscribe button turn on notification ebe ese bell ọ dị nnukwu mkpa tupu ya gaa n'elu igosi na ya bụ ihe ọzọ fọkwa anụ. All right, over to you, sir.
Expecting him to get justice in Nigeria court, that is impossible. And that's where we have been stressing from the day one. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never get justice. You don't expect a government, there's a terrorist government that went as far as going to another country to kidnap somebody and to come and give that person a justice. It's not possible. So every reasonable person should know this. And I'm very, very happy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understands this very well, and the message gets to him very, very well. Today we are also getting information that the terrorist DSS did not allow the lawyers to visit him. It is also not a surprise to us. But one thing I would like to say here today to the lawyers who are still seeing him is that, whenever I come to shout and cry like this, remember that there is something behind it. The problem Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have today is the ex-wife. She went to visit him not because she want to do something. She want to know he is doing. She wants to know how healthy he is. She wants to know everything surrounding him, how things are moving and how things are going. And she was very, very shocked that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sound, healthy, and healthy. So what did she do? She needed to come out and start causing confusion in order to escalate when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already getting himself somehow. He wants to cause more confusion. So the more they limit, although she's not going to go there again for a very long time, but the more they limit anything, communication or contact with the woman, the better for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. She was directly involved in sabotaging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. And a lot of people do not know what happened. There are a lot of information some of us have that many people who are shouting out there on social media do not have. And I'm happy that his in-law, Master Prophet, is making some kind of revelation, which a lot of people are taking as a joke because of the kind of person he is. So a lot of people don't take what he's saying very seriously. But there are some things that he's saying that I personally know. And one of them is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relocated to Kenya. He has made this thing public and nobody is actually interested in digging deeper. The reason he said Mazi Nnamdi relocated, he did not say he went to Kenya, he relocated to Kenya. And I am not surprised. He was also making comment that say anybody, any woman that is hitting the husband. Have you people listened to the latest video of Master Prophet? You know, he is the person he is. He's not, you are not supposed to take everything he says very seriously, but there are some certain things that he's saying that some of us, somebody like me, I know very well that it is the truth. He was making a video the other day and say a woman that is hitting the husband is not supposed to, be a wife. A woman that is chasing the husband out of the house is not supposed to be a woman. A woman that is holding the man in the shed is not so. So all these things, what he was saying is actually what this woman did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their house. And he went further to say, because the woman feel that in Europe, a man cannot react. It means that this was what actually was going on in their house. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to leave the house. So if a woman will have done all these things to the husband, you think that that woman will want the best of the husband? The answer is no. So I want everybody to understand that many things that we know that many people don't know, it is still going to be in the public. But listen to what this Master Prophet is saying lately, not like when he was carrying baby and looking for Simon EKPA to kill, all those ones are, now everybody's brain is coming back because they have done, and now it is time for people to, say the things the way it is. So if she can do all these things to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which many people don't know, up to the extent of, chasing him out of the house. And during the time of Nelly, a lot of things, a lot of information we have, where we are just holding on, to know how things will go. So there are a lot of things that is happening. Of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in a position at this point to make certain decisions because he doesn't know what is happening out there. So, but the lawyers now are the people I am talking to, and I know they're going to listen to this because everybody is waiting for this meeting. So I'm talking to the lawyers. The more they limit any access, any information, and let me also say it here. The only reason why she went to Abuja was because she's no longer getting information. Information is not coming from Ejimako. Information is not coming from the Maxwell. Information is not coming from the other Ejiofor, the other lawyer. So she was not getting information anymore, just like the criminals in the DOS. They're not getting information anymore. So she needed to go to see things herself, to know the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when she went there, she saw of which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cautioned her, warned her very well that if you attack Simon EKPA, you'll be divorced. Openly. She came back and she ran mad. So what is happening now is that we don't need to, give credence to whatever that is happening. Biafra is not a family property. Anybody who is very competent and capable can fight for Biafra. And that's what all of you who have gathered, sacrificed everything, your money, your time, your profession, and your everything you have, including your security, you put it into this struggle to see the kind of progress we have made today. Do not allow anybody to make you believe that the struggle for Biafra belongs to certain people. No. What we are doing today is we are giving our service, our promise. The promise I made to Mazen Amdekano is that I'm not going to betray him. And as long as he have not betrayed Biafra, I will stand by him and for him till the end. That is my promise, and that promise is not just to him, but it is between me and God. So every one of you who have supported this movement up to this point, that we are now globally, that we are now in the US Congress, that we are now in Washington, D.C., we are now in the discussion of the American policymakers. What has never happened in the history of Biafra, including during the war. I want every one of you to understand that the progress we have made so far, we have not made, Biafra in the history have not made this progress, even during the Biafra war. So put that at the back of your mind. We are breaking the doors and the jinx that has held Biafra back for many decades. I remember all of you when I said that it is a step-by-step process. I told you that the time is coming when we are going to now focus on the diplomatic fight of Biafra liberation. That's where we are today. We have set every institution of the government. We have made sure that all mechanism that we are supposed to have before we start going to the people to knock at the door of the people that will make Biafra to come and recognize Biafra, we have to put those mechanisms and everything in place. We have done that. We have achieved that. And so, which is the reason everybody is listening to us. When you want to go and they have to ask you, where is your map? What have you done? We have even gone as far as conducting self-referendum. In the self-referendum, have recorded sources. It is not only that, we have been able to hold Nigeria in a very, very tight corner. For the past 3 years, the Biafra people have given vote of no confidence by every Monday sit at home to every representative of Nigeria in Biafra land. So we have been able to delegitimize Nigeria using multidimensional approach. So what I'm trying to say here is that do not let anybody to bring you back to the age of the stone, thinking that Biafra struggle is for a family or for certain people. No, it is not. We are only here to make sure that the promise we made to our fellow human being and our leader, Mazen Amdekano, that we did not break that promise. And we continue to stand on this promise till he comes out. And if he did not back down on Biafra, we will continue to stand on the promise. But the good news is that, like I said, he is going to be released in a very historic way. I want you to listen to what he said in the last court. He said the persecution of Ndi will end with him because he knows what is going on. He knows that the end has come. He knows that we are going to be the end of this whole thing. He knows that by the time we finish with Nigeria, we are going to hand over freedom to our new generation. And that is where the whole persecution of Ndibo ends. So if you understand that word very well, when I told you I am going to take word, I take word inside the heart of Mazen Amdekano, that thing he said in court actually have, vindicated me. Because it is in line with our thought, it is in line with everything we have said in this process of liberation. And of course, those who have been the criminals killing our people, he talked to them as well. You remember when our people were carried, when they pushed our commanders, in healers, and they will drive them across Biafra land. They have killed this one, they have killed baby this, they have killed that. You remember how they have killed our people. So he was talking to the criminals who are making kidnappings and killing our people. You know that there is the one they call Madubugo, who was the commander of ESN. That one is gallivanting in Abuja. He lived in government house. So that one was part of the kidnapping ring of Ifanye Jofo. He was into kidnapping. He kidnapped the former commissioner of utility in Anambra State. This information is public. I call the man's name. It is on social. It is on media. Nigerian news reported it. They swore oath with this man and they were collecting 30 million. I have called on this man to come out and deny what I'm saying, if it is a lie. They swore oath, they kidnapped this man, give him oath in the bush, and release him after collecting ransom. This Madubugu. And today, with my exposition, maybe the man may have gotten his freedom of paying them 30 million every time. When Mazen Nnamdi was kidnapped newly in 2021, this man was the one sponsoring them sponsoring the Ejiofor going to court in Abuja, just for formality. Every time that is court, this man will give them 10 million. And he give this 10 million to Madubugu. Madubugu will take cash and go to Abuja and give Ejiofor 3 million. I have every information. So now, this man, I have challenged Soludo. Your commissioner was kidnapped. Can he come to tell Biafrans or Nigerians who believe in Nigeria, who kidnapped him, who gave him oath? I already told him that oath they gave you will never do anything to you. And of course, which I believe he have realized by now, because I don't believe he's still paying them after the exposition. So now, Mazen Nnamdi was talking to people kidnapping people in Biafra land. He is talking to them. Today, ask yourself, why is that Madubugu, who was this ESN commander, is no longer going to the court to kiss Mazen Nnamdi? That is the question that everybody should be asking. They were the one who goes to the court to kiss Mazen Nnamdi. Why is he no longer going to the court? He was talking to those criminals. But you know what they do? They say, oh, he was talking to someone else. Is someone else a kidnapper? I am fighting Nigeria government, Nigeria terrorist government, fighting the army who comes to kill our people, who killed the IPOB even when I was not in Biafra struggle. These are the people that our guns are against. And they know that very well. But because they have collected money, thinking that will stop me, and they have not stopped me for the past 3 years. And here we are, surging ahead into the declaration of independence state of Biafra, the redeclaration and restoration of independence state of that Biafra, and all of them are running mad. So my people in the cabinet, I want every one of you to just beat your chest, shake yourself, clap for yourself, because you have done something nobody else have done in Biafra struggle. You have made a history that nobody else has made. Today, because of you, we have scattered the entire United States Congress, and everybody is now posing with Biafra Charter. They now come to understand what is Biafra. They are interested in knowing more about Biafra, and many dignitaries are hopeful to embrace our convention in Finland, and that is going to be another history from this 29th of November to 10th of December 2024. We are going to make history and be part of this history. Do not let anybody distract you. No matter the propaganda on social media, it is going to increase. Do not let them distract you. Be focused and focused and focused. Thank you very much.
Eastern News 24 n'ụbọchị nketa anyị na-akpọ ya morning tea. Unu anụgonu ya bụ ife mgbakọrịta ụka ya bụ ife Maazị Simon Ekpa bụ Biafran Prime Minister or Biafran Public Government in exile. Dịka o si dị n'afọ ka o si ada n'iru akwụkwọ. Gịnị ka ị nwere ikwu gbasara maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ dị iche iche dropụla ya on the comment section below. Ọzọ dịkwa ka ibe ya bụ ọbụna nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ. Onye na-afụ ya bụ ihe onyonyo anyị kaba alụ ka ị like ya and turn on notification, share kwa ka o wetakwa ndị ọzọ ụmụnne anyị dị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Daalụ nne na Igbo ọma na-ege ntị. Oge na-adịrị anya onye ndu ya apụta na n'ụlọ mkpọrọ. Ka emesịanụ ụmụnne m.